You know, sisters and brothers, I am still learning how to be a Missourian. You guys make it look so easy to be a Missourian. I had to encounter, it's not the first time, but I'm still getting used to it, the license office. Oh, oh, you have to go in there. You have, depending on the license office, right? Every license office seems to be a little different, huh? Go to the license office, you have to get the right number to see the right agent about the right thing. Of course, by the time I left New York, the old country, it was pretty much the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, pretty much operated the same way. You would have to know, you walk in, you got to know what you want. You got to walk in and knowing what you need. Otherwise, you would not get the correct number because you get called up and you picked the wrong number, picked the wrong agent. No, you got to go back and start all over again. Huh. Less fun than it sounds. Back years ago when I got my driver's license for the first time, back in the dim ages, you know, they didn't have that system. You had to go get online, and you had to get on the right line. Sometimes you had to guess what line you were supposed to be on, because otherwise you would have to wait for hours, perhaps hours, to get to the front of the line. Just find out that you were on the wrong line, and you have to go and start all over again. But even then, taking the number, you got to pay attention. It's difficult. You can't fall asleep for any number of reasons. You don't want to fall asleep in the old license office. Not the least of which, of course, is that you don't want to snooze through your number being called. You snooze through your number getting called, you have to go get a whole another number and start all over again. Ah, sisters and brothers, we start this new liturgical year. We start this first Sunday of Advent. We get that word Advent from the Latin adventus, the coming. We are waiting for Christ's coming. And we are told, sisters and brothers, so often this is a season of waiting. But let me suggest, sisters and brothers, that we got to know what we're waiting for. And waiting is a lot of work. We don't only wait to celebrate Christ's first coming, this season of Advent, but the season of Advent reflects our spiritual lives, our faith lives of waiting for our Lord's second coming, when the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the highest mountain and raised above the hills. And waiting is working. What are we waiting for? What do we expect Christ to do in our lives? This coming Christmas, what do we expect Christ to do in our lives at the culmination of all things? Waiting is a lot of work. And our work today, our work this week, is to better understand what we're waiting for. Our work this week is to let Christ help us understand what we are waiting for, what he wants to do in our lives, what he wants to do in our world, to let Christ instruct us in his ways so that we may walk in his paths. Certainly, sisters and brothers, there's a penitential quality to Advent. That's the reason, after all, Holy Mother Church asks her ordained ministers to wear violet for most of Advent. The same color the priest wears at the sacrament of reconciliation. Yes, the same color that we wear for most of Lent. Sure, we are waiting, but waiting is work. In our waiting, we are therefore called to throw off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light and conduct ourselves properly. We are in this season of Advent. We are in a season of waiting, and waiting is a lot of work. Sure, we know when Christmas is. We know when Christmas is. But we do not know when the Son of Man will come again. And he is coming again. Therefore, our Lord tells us, therefore, stay awake. For you do not know which day your Lord will come. But we do know, because this is the way time works, sisters and brothers, that our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. Oh, sisters and brothers, as we start the season of Advent, the season of waiting, let us do the work of asking Christ what we are waiting for, so that we may be worthy to possess the heavenly kingdom, so that at the second coming, at the culmination of all things, we may go rejoicing to the house of the Lord. Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever.